Hello again YouTube and welcome back to the Sakura Alien 2. My name is MS-Punk1 and last video we left the house together with Emma and Hiyori to head to for school. We dropped off Emma at apparently a workplace on the way, and then it's just me and Hiyori on the way to school. Then we ran into another girl that is in need of assistance because of slippery sidewalk. And I have a feeling that wasn't the last we will see of her after we helped her out. So what will happen now? I arrive on the campus about 15 minutes later with Hiyori in tow. We say our farewells then head to our own respective departments to begin the day. Hiyori to the humanities block to I do to the science. We see a code of the day slowed down my commute somewhat, and I'm a bit later arriving at my lecture than I usually be. My lecture started 5 minutes ago, and my fellow students are already there, warming their hands beneath their thighs and putting up their laptops. Embarrassing. I slink into my seat near the front of the lecture hall and glance up sheepishly at my lecture. The teacher, I guess. Can't help but feel guilty over my tardiness. Part of me thinks I should apologize. That's probably why I got called a nerd back in high school. But oh, I blink, taken aback when my eyes meet those of my lecturers. And we have probably met our new teacher before. Yep. I was expecting the grey, grizzled Professor Arata, but the person standing before the whiteboard at the front of the room couldn't be more different from him if they tried. For one thing, the person managing today's lecture isn't a man at all, he's a woman. One other, she's very young, stylish, and undoubtedly good-looking woman. She cuts a fine figure with her charcoal grey high-necked sweater and her skin-tight pencil shirt. Her hair is dark, tied back in two buns, and her eyes are pale purple, frigid with black lashes. She holds a marker pen in one hand. Her slender fingers curled fleetly about it. I can see even from a distance that her nails are painted black to match her smugly flitting skirt. I think her nails look purple, but okay. She wouldn't look at all out of place on a catwalk. She does look somewhat incognizant, however, at this lecture hall. It's not that I don't think women can be professors or anything, far from it. I'm no Southwest, but she's so different from Professor Rata. It throws me off the loop. This is quite a surprise, but no way. I'm more surprised to find that I recognize her. This is... both works, I guess, but let's continue to be nice. Woman's eyes meet mine, and as they do, realization seems to dawn upon her own face. So she recognized me. I didn't think see her again so suddenly, if at all. Well, this is awkward. The woman must share my sensations, because her face turns pink. Perturbed, she folds her arms across her chest and says in a constrained voice. Takagi Haru. Yes, that's right. She sighs. My apologies. I'll try to be more considerate in the future, man. The woman clears her throat, her eyes narrowing. I do my best, ma'am. Professor Sakai frowns. I get why she lectures me here, but if any teacher in this case should understand why I'm late. So this is probably just for appearances, since there are other people here. Professor Sakai tears her eyes away from mine, then sweeps her gaze across that of the class. Professor Sakai gazes a cold one, which serves only to affirm my words. She might be beautiful, but it's icy, unapproachable way. Is she really the same woman I met earlier today, lying in an undignified heap on the ground? She comporting herself so differently. I'm really beginning to wonder. Part of me wishes she isn't the same woman, even though she obviously is, because our earlier incident was so awkward. Today really has been full of turbulations, and it is not even midday yet. Will I be able to make it to the end of the day unscattered? Professor Sakai's lectures eventually comes to a close. And when it does, I hurry to quit the lecture hall. Shouldn't it be exit? I'm halfway to the door when a voice calls me, making me pause. What? Oh. I hang back, frowning. My fingers curled about the strap on my messenger bag, and glance to the podium at the front of the lecture hall. Professor Sakai is standing there, tall and striking in her dark attire, her arms folded beneath her chest. Her face is pale from foundation, but I can see beneath the makeup that dubs it the beginning of a blush. Perhaps she is thinking about the event which transpired this morning, and she slipped on the middle of the street. I'm no fortune teller. I don't believe in unscientific stuff like that. But I bet that that's what she wants to discuss. Yes, ma'am? Is something the matter? Professor Sakai's reply is tense one. Her lips are pressed together, and she doesn't look at all amused. Stiffly or perhaps shyly, she glances about the lecture hall. She waits for the last of the students have left, tapping her fingers against the inside of her arm, until she looks to me once more. Here, Professor Sakai clears her throat. She's trying to look unconcerned, but with every passing second, her blush seems to grow more and more pronounced. Not even her pale makeup can hide it. It's pretty cute actually. But maybe I think will guiltily, that's not a word I should use in conjunction with an adult woman. I don't know how old Professor Sakai is precisely, but she is an university lecturer or teacher. She must be in her late 20s at the very least. Is she 28? 29? She could even be 30, though she doesn't look that old. So that is what this is about. Fingerless match. It took Professor Sakai a while to spit that out. I guess she really was embarrassed. But doesn't come as any surprise. It doesn't come as any surprise. Wonder how I should respond. In the face of Professor Sakai's evident abashment. Will playing dumb be the best way to spare her smatting pride? I can only give it a go. What incident are you referring to, ma'am? I don't remember anything. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about, ma'am. If you did make a fool of yourself, which I find hard to believe, then I saw nothing of the sort. Either she is stupid or she hasn't realized yet that I'm trying to spare her feelings. Perplexed, Professor Sakai blinks at me. Well, maybe I did chance upon a woman in a state of distress earlier. Professor Sakai's face turns redder still. But I'd rather not dwell on that. You're nothing to worry about. I'm not going to tell anybody what happened. I promise. I don't like going gossiping. I think it's tedious. And besides, I wouldn't stand to gain anything from it. Blackmail you? I raise an eyebrow. Into what? Wow, she's getting really worked up about this. I thought her face was flustered before, but now it's positively peony. She did a good job keeping her up cool and disturb the demeanor during the lecture. But now I'm talking to her one-on-one. I can tell she's something of a warrior. There's a big gap between her stylish appearance and her anxious flights of fancy. I'm starting to feel pretty bad for her, like I did when I saw her trip outside. I guess I should offer her some words of reassurance. If I was Haru right now, I would just say shit happens. Nothing to do about it. Everybody happens. It can happen to anybody. So that's that. If you're worried, ma'am, you needn't be. I won't breathe a word of what happened to anybody. Your secret's safe with me. No, it's fine. You really don't need to worry. I'm not going to use this against you. I'm not going to demand any kind of payment for my silence. I'm not that scummy. You can trust me. Professor Sakai turns her nose up in response to my sincerity. Her arms folded. She doesn't look as blatant as I hoped. If anything, she seems annoyed. I didn't say anything to upset her, did I? It seemed, yeah. I do my best, I guess. Like I said, you don't have to I'm not expecting that. Just because you say that makes me think that you actually are. I never said you were. Professor Sakai plants both her hands on her hips. I won't, I promise. And I see you later, ma'am. My lectures and seminars finish several hours later. Once they do, I make my way to the astronomy club room. It's around 17:30, which means the sun should set in around an hour. Until then, however, the last vestiges of sunlight can be seen about the campus, illuminating the glass windows inlaid into the scattered buildings. I step into an old-fashioned, beaten-down, out-of-the-way wing where all the less than popular clubs are located. Then take 2 flights of stairs to the third floor. The wooden steps creak, whirring beneath my weight, and the banister wobbles beneath my fingers. One of these days, I'm afraid I go plummeting straight through the stairs to the ground floor below. This building is the health and safety inspector's worst nightmare. I surprised nobody sustained any serious injuries here before. Unless they have and the university hushed it up. Which wouldn't surprise me. This place is a total death trap. The actual astronomy club room, however, remains as home as ever. The wooden floor lends it a whimsically old-fashioned vibe, as does the bathtub to couch. The familiar posters taped to the walls greet me, displaying space and all its wonders in cheerful, bright colors. The scent of green tea permeates the room, making my nostrils twitch. Was he already brewing the kettle before I arrived? Kettle? I glance about my surroundings, smiling as and soon locate Hior herself alongside Anna. I guess Anna must have finished up her shift at the bakery already. I think that this can be it for this video actually. So I hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!